Today I have a fun little story time video for you guys about my very first solo. When I was a first year subby, so I think I would have been what, 7 or 8? How old was I? 92, started 98. 99. This was in about the year 1999/2000. I know, I'm old, shush. Half of you are going to be like, oh my god, that was before I was born. Yeah, I know, thank you. I did world's cutest solo ever. Unfortunately, we have no photos or anything of it because mum's camera broke, and this was back in the day of like film, and the film is still stuck in the camera and we've never got it developed, so maybe one day we'll do that and I'll have a photo of it. But I have the costume that I'm going to show you. So my first solo that I ever did was Tigger. Isn't this cute? This was my very first solo costume. It's so little. It's got the tail and everything. This is one of the very first costumes that mum ever made me, with the fur on the front. And it's so funny because all the elastic is like still fine. And I'm like looking at this going, this will fit one of my tinies. And this was my headpiece. So for sake of the video, I'm going to wear the, oh my god, my hand will not go through that. So this was my very first solo. I was a first year subby. I'd only been doing calisthenics for like 2 or 3 years. And my music was, I think, the Tigger song, or like How to Be a Tigger or something. I loved it. My coach was Diane. It was literally my first solo ever. I loved calisthenics. I was only itty bitty, and it was second comp. This was back in the day when we didn't really have CDs, we still used tapes. So I was super excited. I remember where the competition was. I remember I was like really excited to get on stage and like do my dance. And I got on stage and I started doing my dance, and I remember the bit that I got up to, I did like a side gallop and then a click, click, and the music stopped. And I was like, oh, okay, and I kept going. And then my coach said to me from side stage, Kamara, stop, like stop, come off stage, sweetie, come off stage. And I was like, oh, okay. So I ran off stage. There was a technical fault with the tape, which using tapes, you would expect that anyway. So they reset it, they rewound the tape, put it in again and said, okay, sorry about the technical fault, we're gonna try that again. So I started, and then this time I got to a floor bit, and this was before the gallops with the clicks. I remember that because it was even earlier. The music stopped again, and I was like, oh, I kept going last time, I'll keep going again. They closed the curtain and told me to go off stage. So third time lucky, they said, okay, if the music stops this time, you have to keep going and you'll just have to do the whole routine without music, but hopefully it'll be okay. The problem was though, the music wasn't even just stopping. It was literally going like, I don't remember like the actual song words, but I remember it going like, and it went like so slow, and then it started doing like the click of like it like skipping the tape and it's stopping, so they ended up just stopping it to not destroy the tape. So it ended up like sounding like all like Tigger singing and everything, and then like a demon possessed it, and it just was terrible. I remember it being like horrifying. So the third time they said to me, okay, if the music stops this time, you're gonna have to keep going, you'll have to do the whole thing. I'm like 7, by the way, like being told like, okay, you're tape skipping, this is the third time you're gonna try it, just keep on going, good try, just do your best. And I was like, okay. So started the third time, and sure enough, the music stopped, and I had to do my entire solo to counts in my head, no music. And I remember it being, you could hear a pin drop. Like it was, everyone went silent. Got to my side gallops and my step with my click, and you could hear little 7-year-old me clicking. You could hear little 7-year-old me breathing, like do my whole dance, run to the back, they opened the curtain, I like turned around, did my little pose, which I'm sure was a kneel, and then I went like up or something with like a Tigger hand. They closed the curtain, my coach is like in tears, like hugs me, and I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I had to do that 3 times and my music wouldn't work. I was so fun. I'm pretty sure mum came running out crying, just like, oh my god, you did it, I'm so proud of you, that was amazing. And it was just like this whole big thing of, oh my god, my music stopped, but I got through it. So I was really proud of myself. We went up for adjudication, sitting on the stage, and unfortunately I didn't place. No big deal. We get my crit sheet back though, and I had received a timing penalty because I went like 2 or 3 seconds over time because I didn't have music. Are you kidding me? So little 7-year-old me, who did my entire freaking routine to counts, got a timing penalty. That happened. No like, oh, you know what, your music's stuffed up, you tried 3 times, we'll ignore the penalty for now. No, you had to do it 3 times with no music and count it all on your own, being a first year subby, and boom, timing penalty, you don't get to place. How brutal is that on a 7-year-old, really? So that was my first solo. What a ripper experience. So yeah, pretty shitty. I'm not gonna lie, I bring that up a lot. Anytime that the music stops, or anyone whinges about things happening in their solo, I'm like, yes, well, when I was a first year subby and did my first ever solo, my music stopped and I got a timing penalty. I bring it up whenever I can because that's horrific for a first year subby to go through that. I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Make sure you subscribe and leave me a comment down below of any unique solo experiences or dance experiences that you have had. And I will see you all in next week's video. Bye!